Okay, so this is my Arcade Legends pinball cabinet. I'm going to show you a couple of modifications that you can do to your cabinet. So for everybody, the first one is the addition of these 10mm caster wheels. These are lockable caster wheels. The main focus here is they need to be a 10mm thread. So whatever casters you choose to get, I can only recommend these ones because these are the ones I've utilised and I've got them to fit quite nicely. Whether another thread is long enough or whatever is up to you on a different set of casters. You take your chance. But these ones, I will put a picture of these ones actually in the top of the screen now. These are the ones that I purchased. You can purchase whichever ones you feel like from your favourite shopping, wherever you do your online shopping. So basically, these casters are very freewheeling, work really well. They've got a 10mm thread which is needed because the legs on the Arcade Legends pinball cabinet are pre-threaded. Basically, these are a really good replacement for the standard feet that come with your cabinet. All you'll need to do is undo your feet, replace them with these feet. You may have to adjust the washers that come with them so they sit right, but apart from that, it's a nice easy fix to put on these casters, which obviously makes your cabinet far easier to move around, and they're also lockable, which is brilliant. So that's the first thing. The second thing is these Sealy magnetic cup holders. Now, these are absolutely fantastic things. Very strong, magnetised. Will hold a cup, a can or a bottle. You choose whatever you want to put in there. I've got two of these on this cabinet, as you can see. I can thoroughly recommend them. They're really strong plastic. Would take quite a bit to break them, to be fair. And as you can see, there's a cutout there for the handle of the cup or the bottle or whatever else you're going to put in there. Makes them really easy to get out and put in. And they're a very welcome addition. I've used these quite a lot while I've been playing with this cabinet, and I can thoroughly recommend those. I'll put a picture of that in the top of the screen now. Both these and the casters are really relatively cheap additions. The cup holders here are sub £10. I think they're about £8.99 or something like that. And the caster wheels are about £12.99. Now, a couple now of a little bit more intensive additions, and probably these ones are more suited to people who've already modified this cabinet or want to put a PC in it or have already put a PC in it. So basically, the first one here is this chrome double USB that I've put there by the plunger. Now, that will entail you drilling into the front of the cabinet for the hole for it. It's not a massive deal, but you will have to be careful of your art that you don't rip it. So basically trying to score it first and then drilling into it makes it a relatively easy fix. I will put a quick picture there of the front of mine. As you can see, it's quite a neat chrome addition to your cabinet. It's very nice when it's finished. You will need to also pick up two USB A to A cables, data cables, to run from that to your PC. Now, these will need to be of sufficient length if your PC is located at the back, which is where mine is. I've got a mini PC which is located at the back of my cabinet, and I don't want them cables to be really taut, so they're not. I bought a sufficient length just to do that. So measure your cabinet and then buy cables of sufficient length to what you need without going overboard for the access cable. The cables I've used work really well. The double USB works really well. There's no cutouts, no problems with it at all. It'll work really well with a pen drive, a USB dongle for your mouse and keyboard, an external hard disk, all things what I've tried with perfectly with this. And the situation of it at the front is a necessary, because that's where you're going to be playing the cabinet from. So I tend to use a USB dongle for my mouse and keyboard on the bottom, on the top slot, and then on the bottom slot I will plug in a pen drive if I want to transfer some new tables over or anything, pictures, anything like that. And it works really, really well. So yeah, I can highly recommend that one. Again, that comes in at sub £10. I think that one was about £9.99. Available, I would imagine, from quite a few places, so pick your own. The other thing I've replaced is this DMD. I've added another 8-inch DMD between the speakers of the Legends pinball cabinet. Now, I've done this in an unorthodox way, not the same as most other people have done it, and in fact I haven't seen any videos on how to do this, so I'll probably have my own video at some point. But anyway, fixing that I didn't find to be much of a problem. A couple of little issues that I needed to add, but this one has a dual purpose in the way that I've done it. So I haven't cut into the acrylic, which most people have done, to create the holes to get underneath for your cabling, to get underneath the back glass and the actual cabinet below. I've utilised some foam board, I've utilised some strip to finish off afterwards, and I've utilised obviously my cabling and whatever. But I've also managed to relocate both the USB and HDMI cables from the cabinet, as well as the cables from that DMD. Now, there's a big reason that I did that, and that my main reason for doing this was so that I have got a table that I could actually return to stock if I needed to. Now, some people might not like your cable being modified, but this one does have the option of being completely returned to stock. The only thing I couldn't return to stock would be the USB, because I've had to drill an hole in for that there. So yeah, that's the only thing that I wouldn't be able to return to stock, and I'm sure I could get a rubber bunk or something like that if nobody wanted that there. But to be honest, it's unobtrusive even if you didn't use it. So I will do maybe another video as regards of how I've done the back glass there and incorporated that DMD. It does look really neat. Here's a quick picture of the front of it. That's what the DMD actually looks like. Does look rather neat, I think. But anyway, yeah, so them are some modifications that you can do yourself, some relatively easily, the others just very, very easily on your Arcade Legends pinball cabinet. Okay, so that's the end of this video, and I'll consider the next one.